Welcome to our class. This class is about citizenship. Now, when you think of citizenship, perhaps this image comes to mind. Is that what you think when you think of a citizen? Or perhaps this image comes to mind. People pledging their allegiance to a country that they are citizens of. But wait, this class is not going to discuss this. We're going to discuss this. People who are citizens online in that whole new nebulous world of the internet. So in the next few weeks or so, we are going to talk about the importance of digital and citizenship and what it is, and we will base most of our work out of this book, Digital Citizenship, by Mike Ribble, which has been approved by the International Society of Technology and Education and is our leading organization for technology and education. So, I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad to have you join us, and let's go learn more about digital citizenship. This first lesson is going to focus on two very important questions. Question number one. What is it? What do we mean when we say digital citizenship? And question two, why study it? Well, let's begin with some definitions. To begin, a citizen is defined in the dictionary as a native or naturalized person who owes allegiance to a larger state or collective and who shares in the rights and responsibilities afforded to that collective. That's probably what you envisioned on that very beginning video when I asked you, what do you see when you think of citizen? And I showed you a couple pictures that matched. So let's move on. What is a digital citizen? Well, a digital citizen is defined as a person who develops the skills and knowledge to effectively use the internet and other digital technology, especially in order to participate responsibly in social and civic activities. So we have a digital citizen. What would digital citizenship be? Digital citizenship is defined then by Mike Ribble in his book, Digital Citizenship in Schools. He says that digital citizenship reinforces the positive aspects of technology so that everyone can work and play in this digital world. Okay, so we've got a group definition and understanding of these important terms. The next question is, why should we teach it? Why should we take precious time out of our curriculum when we have so many other things to teach kids? Well, here's reason number one. It's where our kids live. This graphic was put together for 2017 about how much time our kids are using the internet or are online or looking at a screen of some type. You may be shocked to see that tweens, and you can see that tweens are defined as between 8 and 12 years old, that these tweens are spending 6 hours a day on some sort of device. It gets worse when we get to teens, and notice we define teens as 13 to 18-year-olds. These kids are spending 9 hours a day with some sort of screen. That's amazing. There are only 24 hours a day, and how many hours are they awake? And then the other thing is to remember, this is daily use. So if our kids are spending that much of their time, their days, their lives, shouldn't we be addressing that as educators? I would argue yes. Another important reason we should spend some time in our curriculum is because it will affect the future employment of our kids. Some of the statistics, these are put together by Career Builder, who did a survey of over 2,000 potential employers. The statistics might shock you. 70% of employers use social media to screen their job candidates. This is happening even in convenience stores. Local Casey's and Come and Go are now asking to see the kids' Facebook, Instagram, social media work that they're doing. 3 in 10 companies employ someone whose sole job is to snoop on potential candidates. We're going to come back to that later when we go to the next one. Not only that, 54% of companies found something on social media which caused them not to hire that candidate. So they are finding things that make them not want to hire that kid. However, not having an online presence isn't an option either, really. Because let's look at this. 57% of employees are less likely to call candidates who are a ghost online, which means they are not present online. And that goes back to the 3 in 10 companies who employ someone to snoop. They're not looking for just the bad, they're looking for the good as well. So if we want to best serve our students, telling them to stay away from the internet is not the best answer. The best answer is to help them have a good social profile that will attract employers. Reason number 3, good old state of Iowa. It is part of the Iowa core that we teach technology, literacy, and the 2 that I think are most important here, if we look at these, understand and practice appropriate and safe uses of technology. That's digital citizenship. And that can even expand to number 6, which is where you understand the basic technology, hardware, and software of a computer and that applications on that computer. That can also be rolled into digital citizenship. And I would state, for the good of this group, that the final reason to study digital citizenship in the curriculum, to find time for it, is it's our ethical responsibility. And these words from Mike Ribble really hit me, and I wanted to share them with you. He says, digital citizenship aims to teach everyone, not just children, what technology users must understand in order to use digital technologies and use them effectively and appropriately. If using technology appropriately is a priority for a society as a whole, then teaching students how to use it in this manner should be a priority. And I would agree with Mike Ribble. And since you're here, I think that you agree with Mike Ribble and me. But perhaps if you need this information, you can share it with administration or reluctant teachers who might not think that they can take time out of a busy day to spend 30 minutes with digital citizenship. Okay, so let's say we've convinced our staff and our administration team that we should teach digital citizenship. So the next big question, how? How do we teach digital citizenship? And that's what this class is going to assist you with. Next lesson, we will dig into the 9 elements of digital citizenship. So that helps organize this monster of a concept. And we'll use those 9 elements, that structure, and then move on to structure a curriculum. So, thanks for watching, and let's move to lesson number 2.